Again, just as we begin, as always, just remembering the really essential points of our practice, the three essential motivations of all the practices that we have. Because again, just like from the very beginning, the Buddha pointed out the nature as it is, and then through all the yanas, it's just they become more and more precise and clear. Likewise, in one voice with all of our great noble teachers, going all the way back to the Buddha and beyond, reflecting on our motivation right from the beginning is essential. And so what are those three motivations? It's again connecting with our joy, our devotion, our renunciation, reflecting on the four thoughts that turn the mind toward the Dharma. Really recognizing how truly precious and rare and fleeting and dynamic this opportunity is that we have now, and how many situations we're free of that would hinder our self-reflection and ability to cultivate our goodness qualities. And not only that, but engendered with so many good, both inner proclivities as well as outer circumstances that not help to connect us with this precious moment. So that's called renunciation, or joy, devotion, less obsession, cherishing how precious this is. And then our bodhicitta motivation, really sincerely connecting in our heart to whatever level we can, our loving kindness and our care, our concern, our love, compassion, joy, and equanimity for every being, really expanding. And then again, the devotion, our pure perception. Try to connect with the truly sacred view, how this is the perfect time. This is the perfect place. We have the perfect teacher, the perfect teaching, all the perfect gathering to receive and take them to heart. Right now in this moment, that's the view of the Vajrayana, which has the great heart of vast compassion and bodhicitta, and really seeing directly into the nature, full of joy, devotion, courage, commitment, just connecting with those three Vajra states of the purity of all that's arising. And looking to the heart of that. And last week we began to talk a little bit about the Guru Yoga section in the Ngondro. And so I just thought there were a couple questions that came, and just to say a few points maybe we didn't have time for last week. And that session was recorded so it can be reviewed, but in essence, the Guru Yoga, we went over the word meaning, the Sanskrit and the Tibetan. So, again, reflecting on the meaning of the words can really bring out our heart. So, Guru means heavy, rich, saturated with realization and blessings, like a great rain cloud or a wish-fulfilling tree laden with fruit. High one is the Guru as the teacher. And yoga is yoke or union. And then, of course, in the Tibetan is Lama, like unsurpassable one, unsurpassable realization. The mind of the Buddha, realizing the Dharma, embodied in our life as the Sangha, the teacher and the Sangha. And Ngondro is the Tibetan word for yoga, to kind of discover the real condition of things. One, so discovering the real condition of things. What is that but the Buddhist path? And no Buddha has ever come who didn't have a teacher or a guide, it said. And so definitely the teacher is so central, right? Without the Buddha coming into the world and teaching, where would we be? So there's that. And then the Lama is so central, so essential. Again, why? The Lama embodies the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, all, the gurus, all the yidams, all the dakinis and enlightened activity. The Guru is the Buddha. And like it said, the Guru who appears in our very life is kinder than the Buddhas, because they're here in this life, a Nirmanakaya who's come to us. And so we just went over some of those precious essence, but it can't be, I think, again and again the teachers stress, devotion is so vital, so important. And devotion, again, we can't force devotion. And in the teachings, right, there's the 3 faiths, there's 3 devotions. There's interested faith. When we just begin to hear some of the teachings and they sound interesting. And then we actually learn more, our faith and our devotion increases, which means our trust, our closeness feeling, our respect, our appreciation, in a way too, our longing and our openness. Our mind opens more, our heart opens more, because there's that lushness of trust. You all can think for yourself, of course, the meanings of what devotion is for you. I'm just reflecting also what I've heard from our great teachers who are so clearly full of devotion. But it's so vital. It said that devotion is the key to enlightenment. Devotion is also like the hook through which we can catch. Not the hook, the hoop through which we can catch the hook of all the blessings and compassion of the Buddhas. As we continue to study and practice, our trust, our closeness feeling grows and becomes more and more certain, and then until it's completely unshakable and inseparable from the true nature, really, right? So we went over that. And again, learning about the lineage is a beautiful way to encourage our devotion. Looking just at reading the life stories of the great masters is so really opens our mind to what's possible, and also directly connects us with some of their activities in this world. And of course, here with the Guru Yoga, we're focusing on Padma embodiment of all the Buddhas of the 3 times who appeared, who's inseparable from the Dharmakaya, which is so clearly shining inseparably, rising compassion, all pervading. And then just like it said in Guru Rinpoche stories, like vast rain, raining emanations in myriad world systems and realms. And then in this particular world system and realm appeared as the lake-born Guru. And then even from there, so many emanations and activities of Guru Padmasambhava that still continue and still touch the minds and hearts of so many practitioners up until this day. So reading a little on the life of Guru Padmasambhava can be so beautiful. There are so many biographies that are also terma from the words of Guru Padmasambhava himself. So many life stories you're given, like one really famous one that's been translated by Shambhala, the lotus-born, the life story of Padmasambhava is beautiful. Just to connect. And then, Khenpo Tsewang Rinpoche wrote a really beautiful series of poems I know if you haven't read it, I highly suggest. It's so beautiful. It's a devotional poem praising Guru Padmasambhava in all of aspects and all the different activities. So it's biography, but in devotional verse. It's wonderful. So, there's a few. And then, of course, there's other teachings on different manifestations of Guru Padmasambhava, things like that, as well as a lot can be found even online at like Lotsawa House I mentioned last week. It's a wonderful website for seeing many really quality translations. But among them, there's many stories of Guru Padmasambhava. But really, then any of the lineage masters. Guru Padmasambhava, again, is the root teacher of all Tibetan Buddhism. Not only a living Buddha of this time, of this world, of this degenerate age, clearing away our obstacles, bringing and supporting us to realize the true nature. So alive with us this moment, but then also on the outer level of when we take refuge in the Lama, we take refuge in the Sangha. We take refuge in the Dharma. Ultimately, we're taking mind in the realization of the Guru, the realization and the power and abilities of the Buddha, who again taught through so many ways. And then the Dharma, there's scripture, there's the words, but more important, there's the meaning. The meaning is, of course, alive and fully realized in every way with the Lama. But how does that manifest for us? Again, the Buddhas appear according to the needs and capacities of beings, including ourselves. Like it said, like the way one moon will reflect in every body of water throughout all the landscape, from the smallest little dimple in a rock to a vast ocean. Such the Nirmanakayas are appearing. But not only that, in so many ways, what we have now is due to the embodiment of Guru Padmasambhava's enlightened activities, which is also all of our Sangha brothers and sisters who are, to the best of their abilities, applying the teachings to their minds and hearts and supporting our venerable teachers of this time. And who are they? But goes back to their teachers and all of the community, all the Sangha of that time. All the teachers and Sanghas, all the way back to Guru Padmasambhava, establishing the teachings in Tibet. Like that's something Rinpoches very clearly say in many of their teachings. Connecting with the Guru in our life is like being one of the 25 heart students. It's our opportunity, as we are at this moment. And not only Padmasambhava, but all the way back to the Buddha. This is an unbroken lineage. And if we just think about, so wonderful. All of that courage and commitment, all of that joy and devotion that we just surrounded by, right, in our life. Even this, having this technology, every detail that brings this opportunity to the Dharma in our lives, it's profound and it's vast. So I'm just trying to encourage contemplating about these things. It just naturally unlocks, I think, the richness of things. We're going all the way to the Buddha and beyond. And so then we also talked about, last week, went through the visualization of the Guru Yoga, ourselves as Vajrayogini with the visualization, Guru Padmasambhava before us in the visualization. Again, the main essence of visualization is dropping all of our mundane conception, realizing this is the Pure Land. Guru Padmasambhava is with us, feeling that presence. And then from our heart of hearts, reciting the supplication we have. And then when we have time, this profound 7-line prayer. And then along with the visualization, reciting the Vajra Guru mantra. Om Ahung Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Hung. Letting that resound and recite. And as we're doing that, maintaining the visualization, receiving all the blessings from Guru Padmasambhava in all the myriad ways, letting them cleanse us, remove all of our obscurations, as well as those going to all the beings of all realms, removing all of their obscurations, raining down blessings, purifying, generating our merit by reciting the mantra and invoking our devotion, having that repertoire back and forth, receiving all the blessings. So the main part is reciting the Vajra Guru mantra, and then once we are familiar enough, of course we know with every section of Ngondro we do an accumulation. So just for that clarity, when you're doing the accumulation on the Guru Yoga, it's with the Vajra Guru mantra, Om Ahung Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Hung. So each one recite is one. And so then you can set the container for your visualization time being, say, 1 mala, which 1 mala means going around once, equals 100, or 10 malas, however much you have time for. And then eventually, when we're really doing accumulation practices with the Ngondro, we want to, of course, we're going to be accumulating at least 100,000 of each section of the Ngondro. So we'll be accumulating at least 100,000 of the sessions where we're reciting the Vajra Guru mantra. So we're reciting Vajra Guru mantra 100,000 times. And then, of course, then in the end, confirming, receiving the blessings, and then just mingling our mind with the heart of the Guru. Like it says, behold the emptiness awareness, the true face of the Lama, resting in our awareness. Or like Khenpo Tsewang Rinpoche says, these just profound instructions, such a good support in our daily prayers book. Of course, now I can't find it. Nor can I remember on the spot. Seated with body and mind at ease, mindful of joy, devotion, bodhichitta, not dwelling on past or future thoughts, right now relax within true nature's splendor. So page 48, that's just really nice, completely concise essence instructions on the whole path, but especially this point when we sit to rest in Dragpa, which is the ultimate blessing. So making that strong connection with Guru Padmasambhava is important and vital. Because again, why? Is the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. And we all have that potential in our heart. The Buddha Dharma is nothing but the authentic nature, fully realized. Right? So, and then of course in the teachings it said so many times, the Buddha himself and Guru Padmasambhava, just thinking of me, I'm there. That's in essence. Whenever you think of me, I'm there. To remove obscuration, and will remove obscurations and bestow blessings. The Buddhas, those who are fully awakened, are not at all hindered by our concept of time, place, or distance. That realization, that omniscience, that power, ability, that bodhicitta is all-pervading. There's no limitations to the fully enlightened ones. Guru Padmasambhava embodying them. Our whole situation, Guru Padmasambhava's mandala. Or like Guru Rinpoche said, for those with devotion, I'm there at your door. So there's even that funny story of a great Nyingma Lama who one day, I think forgive me, my memory's really bad. So, in a nutshell, one day, this other great teacher from another school, I think, was climbing in the Nyingma Lamas, for the Nyingma, of course, and the Kagyu, and the Padmasambhava is so really strong there. But this one teacher was kind of being playful, I don't know, was climbing in the window. And the teacher said, "Why are you doing that?" He said, "Well, I've heard that Guru Padmasambhava was lying on your doorstep." But anyway, sorry, that's... But the point is, really, doing the practice we'll only reap the benefits by actually doing it. But hearing these undeceiving words, right, of the Buddhas, where the Buddha is undeceiving, Guru Padmasambhava is undeceiving, right? And they've said these words, when you think of me, I'm there. So all the time, whenever that is, we know not any certain times when we can pray and then when Guru Rinpoche is not with us, is my point. But then we did get a question about the 10th day. On the 10th day of the waxing moon, we always do special practices on Guru Padmasambhava, special Guru Yoga practice. And so Ken asked about that. And so I thought I could say a little bit about that, but I wanted to really especially make that note that anytime, there's no limits for the Buddhas, and there's no limits with devotion, bodhicitta. There's, as far as connecting with the blessings. But yes, on the 10th day of the month is a really special, and of course this is with the Tibetan calendar, or lunar calendar. So again, on this outer level, the calendar is in sync with the cycles of that outer world, the sun and the moon. So the 10th day of the waxing moon is a special day. We usually do practice on Guru Padmasambhava. And then, as you all know, the 25th day of the month, which is the 10th day of the waning moon, we do special practices of the Dakini, wisdom Dakini, which is also a Guru Yoga practice. But to get to the 10th day practice, the 10th day is just special in that sense. Again, in our teachings, we're given the so many tools for kind of connecting with our bodhicitta and making our aspirations, doing our practice on the rhythms of the nature, kind of riding those waves to kind of make the benefits more powerful. And so the waxing moon time is especially increasing time, and especially from the kind of quarter moon to the full moon is especially prime time. And the 10th day is especially beautiful. Many of Guru Padmasambhava's activities happened on the 10th day. And Guru Padmasambhava himself said, especially when he had spent all these years in Tibet, and when the king and the retinues went up to the mountain pass and Guru Padmasambhava was about to depart, he gave those instructions in different texts. For those devoted disciples who arise at dawn, and practice on me on the 10th day, I'm there with all the sunbeams, all the moonbeams, in all of the the rainbow light appearing in the sky, and all the droplets in the rainbow, kind of, my blessings are there, especially on the 10th day. So the 10th day is particularly, again, a very powerful day to reconnect with Guru Padmasambhava. And then we also know we have the Gana Chakra ceremony, or the Sok ceremony, as part of the 10th day practices. And of course, if we don't have the opportunity and we're by ourselves, we do. But then it's especially known as renowned, such a strong practice for all these aspects we have. The Sok ceremony is when means Sok means to assemble, the assembly. So who's assembled? All the Sangha is assembled. And we're meditating on the whole assembly of the Mandala of the Guru. And we're assembling all beautiful merit, making feast offering and offerings. So on all those aspects, all the good qualities are assembled and connected and offered. So we're generating merit in offering. It's a very powerful time, again, to do what? Purify our obscurations. Any mistakes we've made, any way we become aware we've, perpetuated trouble for ourselves and others, recognizing that, getting up, purifying, connecting with our intention. So generating merit, purifying, and receiving blessings through the swiftly penetrating blessings of the Guru Yoga. And so the 10th day, again, I'm trying to cut down on time, but I thought I did look again, just because it's easy access. On the Lotsawa site, there's a couple things on the 10th day. There's one thing called a bouquet of Udumbara flowers, an explanation of the 10th day, which is a little more extensive text. And then there's also a beautiful text, more concise text by Dudjom Rinpoche, called The Concise Benefits of the Festival of the 10th Day. So in there, every 10th day, right, in the lunar calendar, there's 12 months, sometimes more, where it's double. So the 10th day of every moon is a way of connecting with this one particular activity of Guru Padmasambhava. So like you'll notice that in our Padmasambhava Buddhist calendar or other Tibetan calendars, it will say the 10th day Guru Padmasambhava known as, for example, Guru Pema Dorje Tsal, for example, or Guru Senge Drada. So each month has a particular emanation of Guru Padmasambhava and remembering his enlightened activity. So like this teaching from Dudjom Rinpoche goes over those things. And then each different Sok ceremony also has different benefits. But altogether, the benefits are immense. But it's a way for we ordinary beings, I think, to connect with those blessings. And then also just along those lines, Khenpo Rinpoche's, probably many people know, is another beautiful gem and treasure, teachings from Khenchen Palden Sherab Rinpoche and Khenpo Tsewang Dongyal Rinpoche on the 8 emanations of Guru Padmasambhava and the specific practices, again, going around the Vajra Guru mantra, but connecting on these different aspects of enlightened activity, liberating duality with wisdom display. So, and then like I said, there was Khenpo Tsewang Rinpoche's praise to the lotus-born. And then more recently, there's a beautiful, again, just as far as Guru Rinpoche, this beautiful, amazing teaching from both of our venerable teachers. The last teaching Khenchen Palden Sherab Rinpoche gave in 2010 on the 7-chapter practices on Guru Padmasambhava. So there's so many rich ways to just, again, have some study that's reflecting on these beautiful qualities of the Buddhas, and that particularly from our beautiful teachers who teach so concisely and so completely. With, again, not just knowledge, but realization. It's wonderful. And then these 10th day festivals are so powerful and important. So I don't have a lot of time to say a whole lot about it, but it is there. Again, on the Lotsawa house has that. These teachings there, if you look. If anyone else has questions, please write. I know Lisunya also wrote asking about a couple practices, which aren't necessarily Guru Yoga, so don't have much to say about that right now. But the real questions seem to be, what are the important things to have? And I just say again, what I think Rinpoches would say, Bodhichitta, relax, big bodhicitta, feeling the living presence of all the Vidyadharas, the Gurus, the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, with big bodhicitta and really big vision, joy and appreciation. That's what we need for everything we do. So I think I'm going to stop talking now. There's so much to say in the big ocean. So I hope that's a little helpful. And again, if anyone has any questions, please do write in. And I saw someone wrote right before the practice. So I'll try to answer that just directly. So thank you. So now we'll do the practice itself. Thank you.